Our next round is called If This Is the Answer, What Is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. Rod, which category would you like?
The media, please.
Right, the media, OK. The answer is 1 million. What is the question?
How many Asian children are Brad and Angelina planning to adopt?
Is it, how many times could I punch Adrian Chiles in the face without making him uglier?
Is it in a poll of 1 million people? How many people hate Cristiano Ronaldo?
Is it...
Yeah, clearly neither he nor his mother were in the poll then.
No. Is it how many men will take their kids to watch Harry Potter this week simply to see how Hermione's getting along?
Is it, in 20 years' time, what will be the size of the black nation that Madonna rules?
Is it how many nectar points do you need to get a set of tumblers?
How much of the money that Amy Winehouse made from the song Tried to Make Me Go to Rehab has she spent on rehab?
Is it by what percentage would the situation in the Middle East be improved if we gave George Bush to the Taliban?
Is it what number would you get if you took everybody in Scotland who gave a shit about the Ashes and added 1 million?
Is it the number... It's something to do with the phone tapping thing.
It is something to do with the phone tapping, yeah.
Is it the number of conversations of John Prescott's they had to listen to before they got one without the words party bucket in it?
Oh, I know what it is. It's the amount of celebrities that were on a list that they were going to...
Not 1 million.
It's the number they
How
paid
long a list? How long a list would that be?
Hey, it's the amount the News of the World had to... That's paid out so far to people who have accused them of tapping their phone.
Absolutely well done, Rod Gilbert. Absolutely spot on. Very good.
The EU put tariffs on snuff, which is really going to annoy any 19th century aristocrats.
I love snuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, I popped some before. Give me a bit of courage to do this show.
No, James, no, James, you did cocaine.
Oh. the boy who sold it to me told me it was snuff.
The small Dickensian boy who sold Hello, Governor! Hello, Governor!
Yeah, try this snuff, my man.
I've got a turkey and I've got some snuff.
He said he was a Dickensian crack boy.
You presume that was some sort of chimney thing.
Having a crisis, a fly's gone up Angela's nose.
Yeah, that's
Okay, that's also cocaine, right? Would you all on this side stop euphemistically doing cocaine?
How are you guys talking about cocaine when we've got the two who are dressed like Scarface over here?
I like Ed's little dead boy shirt he's got on with the little ghosty faces.
They're little... I've worn this in tribute because this is what Dara's going to look like when he's a ghost.
Yes, I will. When I pass away, I revert to my Mexican state.
You can imagine you hovering over all of our beds when you've passed away.
Unlikely lines from the grave. Step up to the mic.
Scenes you never thought you'd see.
Oh, you can't get rid of me now, Brian Cox.
Brian.
Science can't explain this, Brian.
What good is your physics now? OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. The first subject is alternative medicine. Can I have a volunteer to talk about that? Andy.
Apparently, a lot of people trying to get into therapy at the moment. Other people knocking it, saying, you know, oh, well, you should just lose your inhibitions, talk about your problems to your friends. I thought I'd try this. I talked about my problems to my friends for a whole hour. Lost my inhibitions, also lost my friends. I now tell my problems to taxi drivers. 2 advantages in this. 1, it stops the taxi driver from telling you his problems. And 2, it's amazing how much quicker you get to your bloody destination.
Well done, Andy Parsons. OK, let's spin the wheel again. Subject is the media. Who wants to come into that? Russell.
I'll do that. I'd see, you know, the way I like getting the news is Radio 5 Live. It's fantastic, 'cause it's just news and nutters, isn't it? They'll read out, like, that was the Pope's view on abortion, and then, hello, Felicity Puddleduck here, livid and ill-informed. I'd just like to say those harlots should give birth to their children aged 2 that charge you to national service. I'm off to bake a cake. And sat there listening, and then the next night, David, are you out of your mind? Cloning? Think it through. 2 versions of me. Want to go out and commit a crime? Who gets blamed for it? Me! I'm doing a 20 string. He's banging my wife. Where's the justice? And you sat there listening to these nutters, and then the most ridiculous story. A man in Bristol's found the face of Jesus on a crisp. And suddenly, I couldn't believe I opened up my frazzles. There he was.
Russell Howard. This, you may not have seen one. It was a story in Ireland in the Evening Herald in Dublin last week. And it's quite a moving story. It's about Alzheimer's disease.
Oh.
It was, yeah. And the story basically was being a big head may be good for you. Scientists found that large-headed individuals with Alzheimer's have better memory and thinking skills than sufferers with small heads. All of which is quite interesting. You see, the next paragraph I found difficult to take. People with larger than average heads, like comedian appear to be better protected if they develop Alzheimer's disease, as studies suggest. Now, that would be all right if it wasn't for that. Like, the article actually came with a giant photograph of me next to the article, under the word big head, that protects against Alzheimer's. Written underneath that was extra large, : report is good news for Dara O'Brien. No, it's not. It's not good news, because I suddenly realised I've got a big head, apparently. What do you mean you've suddenly realised? What do you mean you suddenly realised?
Dara, protect us from the Alzheimer's.
Back in Canada, I did some modelling. It was for medical, it was for penile dysfunction. It was a before and after picture.
This is true. I didn't model. I don't model for big heads. I don't regard myself as having a large head. I don't have difficulty buying hats. I don't have difficulty getting into jumpers. My head has caused me no...
When did those 3 guys get here?
To be fair, a big head doesn't normally cause the owner a problem. It causes the owner's mother a problem. How does
Have you ever seen Dara?
It's smaller than my hips, for God's sake.
Your head is smaller than your hips. What kind of shape are you? You're a peanut.
Of course my head is smaller than my hips.
Dara, but it's...
Is
Dara,
your
look
head
at me.
not smaller than your hips?
No! Dara, look at me.
Oh, you're weird.
Yeah. Look at me. I'm going to take you to a hall of mirrors and show you how you should look. It's the kid from Mars. See, look at that. It's fine.
Your head is absolutely enormous. In fact, on a normal-sized head, that would be a full head of hair.
But the good thing is...
Are you not staying in my house tonight?
When Dara opens an umbrella, it's like one of them little cocktail ones.
To put in context how big it is, Dara, it has its own gravitational field. It's pulled in an entire planet behind it. This desk was straight when we started.
I was expecting sympathy. That's why I introduced it.
What I did was I said something about... I revealed a weakness in front of 6 comedians, and I thought, there's a group that'll help me through this.
I think of you all as friends. I don't think of you as comedians.
Is it which themed disco evenings have the most restrictive age policy? 50 nights. No? Is it?
Is it how long before we get the right answer to this one?
Yeah. I think I've got the right answer.
No, don't do that. I haven't done a funny one yet. Stick around, right? Yeah. Is it, generally speaking, what separates 51 days? You don't have to be rude.
When did we start telling pets? Somebody must have made the decision, like, Michael's dead, somebody better tell the tigers. Do you reckon they'll do that with David Blunkett? If he pegs it, someone better tell his dog. He's gone, David. No!
I think the dog will sense the dead weight on the lead. Yeah. I think he should have left Bubbles to Diana Ross. Because it's great. He left the three kids to Diana Ross and she didn't know. That's a... They're going to turn up and she's going to go, what is it, trick or treat? No, we always wear these. Right?
He's left his kids to Diana Ross.
She doesn't know. It's like, we should all do it. Let's all put that in our... Like, it's a bit like Rick rolling.
Subject is history. Who wants to come in on that? Frank.
Let's do it. Yes, history. I think it's important not to trust history. Don't take things for granted. I watched that film, The Elephant Man, recently, and it suddenly struck me after all these years that the Elephant Man doesn't actually look like an elephant. He doesn't. The Elephant Man doesn't look like an elephant. If anything, he looks like fresh ginger. Now, obviously, if you're putting up posters trying to sell a freak show, you can't say, coming soon, the Ginger Man. Or people are going to think, OK, they're not the best-looking people in the world, but I'm not paying to see one. Now, you can edit history now, right? They've brought it... Scientists have found out which part of the brain contains your bad memories, and they have developed a drug, you must have read about this, that can actually erase bad memories. It's what Ronnie Wood's 20-year-old girlfriend calls the morning after pill.
Thank you very much, Frank.
They say the Queen spent £14,000 on a train journey from London to Liverpool. And that's what happens if you let an old-age pensioner use the self-service ticket machine.
Yeah. Things you wouldn't hear from a weather forecaster.
And finally, a warning to hay fever sufferers. Don't come sneezing near me or I'll rip your face off. It's going to be cloudier tonight. I love those German birds.
Deleted lines from Star Trek.
Captain, I can see an alien ship approaching. It's not showing up on the radar. It's a circular vessel, some sort of lettering and number... Oh, no, sorry, it's my tax disc.
Is it ruined our country, bastard? But what you're forgetting, I think, that we don't know what goes on in the cabinet, and everyone's got to remember that he has got one eye that doesn't work, and perhaps he would do what I would do if I was him in the cabinet. I'd wear an eye patch. I'd sit there with an eye patch on, and I'd have a white cat.
There is a theory that Brown would put it over the wrong eye. There's also another thing that no one's going to run against Brown at the moment because what's the prize? You get to lead Labour into an election they'll probably lose. It's like going, oh my God, we've hit an iceberg. Can I drive the ship for a while? Can I?
It's like whatever is thrown at him, he still sort of gets up again. You half expect, like, Brian Blessed to just pop up every now and again and go, Gordon's alive.
He keeps on saying, I'm getting on with the job. He's like the Millwall of politicians. Nobody likes him, but he doesn't care.
But that's what I mean. He's one of those idiots having a go, and you think, well, that's all right, but you're running the country. It's like if somebody came in and said, look, I'm not a great surgeon, but I'll have a go. You know what? I work hard.
Basically,
put the hours in.
I've sewn on a button. So I know I can finish the job, but getting to the stuff, I'm sure I'll recognise the kidney when I see it.
I've played the board game. I've played the board game.
I think it must only be in the south, because, you know, if we ate more pies in the north than we do already, they'd have to invent, like, a breakfast pie.
We've also got a little bit cosmopolitan as well. I was at my mum and dad's because I've been gigging in Liverpool. I'll come downstairs for breakfast, and instead of having a normal breakfast, my dad was sat there with a croissant, because my mum's gone all continental. And he sat there with this croissant. I just looked at him, he looked at me, he went, yeah, I know. I said, what's your croissant like, Dad? He said, it's shit. He said, croissants are just empty pasties.
The subject is home life. Who wants to go? Sarah.
My home life involves no children. I don't really like children. And if you ask, most of my female friends don't have kids. If you ask any woman who doesn't have kids what would worry them about having kids, the answer would always be childbirth. From what I understand of childbirth, it changes you downstairs, doesn't it? It changes you downstairs. I quite like my downstairs the way it is, thanks very much. Certainly don't want an extension. But it's bound to change, though, isn't it? Because you're forcing a person out. That's what you're doing. You're forcing a person out. I've never forced a person out. I forced a couple in. But I was in a shop recently, and this little boy came running over to me, put his hand in mine and shouted, "Mammy!" And I thought, oh, sometimes forget me keys, but I think I'd remember that. And then his dad came over, and I thought, I wonder if this is the best chat-up line ever. And his dad's going to go, "No, no, that's not your mammy. Remember, your mammy left us because my willy's too big."
The topic is fitness.
I think as a country we all know that we're not as fit as we used to be. We still sell a lot of sports clothing, though. I'm from Liverpool. If you ever go to Liverpool and you look around at the number of people in tracksuits, you'll think you're in an Olympic village. The reality is you've only got to see the size of the tracksuits to know that you're not in an Olympic village. And the problem is when you invest in some sport and clothes, you feel you've got to do something with them. I bought a brand new pair of running shoes, a brand new pair of shoes that I thought I'll have to do something. One of my mates said, "Why don't you join us? A few of us are doing a 10K race." Never run a 10K before, and when you enter, you've got to put an estimated finish time. I didn't know what to put down. I phoned my mate Sam up. I said, "What shall I put down?" He said, "Oh, put 22 minutes." I thought that seems optimistic. I'll put 24 minutes. I sent the form in. I turned up on the day of the 10K race. I turned up with my mates. I was stood there with an orange number. All my mates had blue numbers. The steward came up to me. He said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Well, I was thinking of running the race." He said, "No, what are you doing back here with all the blue numbers?" I said, "Why?" He said, "Well, you're an orange number." I said, "So what?" He said, "Well, if you're an orange number, that means you're an elite athlete." He took me to the front. It was me and 3 Kenyans.
Good man, job. The next round is called, if this is the answer, what is the question? On the board, there are 6 categories. Sarah, which category would you like?
Oh, entertainment, please, Darren.
OK, grand. Entertainment is the category. The answer is 1.84 billion. What is the question?
Is it how many different members of the Sugar Babes there'll be before they're actually any good?
The guy who invented Kraft, I think it was like John Kraft or something, his original job where the company built itself, he was a door-to-door cheese salesman.
Well, actually...
If there was someone from another era, would you ever trust... Ding dong, would you like some cheese?
No.
A man walking door-to-door.
I could beat that. My mate, when he was younger, used to be a door-to-door karate salesman. Can he do karate? No, he can't.
That question there could have been answered so many... You could have asked that question any week. Who gobbled up Cadbury's this week? Obviously, this week it's Kraft. Most weeks it would be sad, lonely women at that sort of...
I'll tell you what, though...
Lonely, I'm not lonely.
And also... there is something...
See, I'm genuinely worried about dairy milk, though, because I don't know why it's my one source of milk.
So what's of a dairy milk? Your bones would be nothing, you know?
There was this big thing with all the phone debates when people were phoning up complaining, and it was beautiful moments of radio. I don't know if anyone heard it, but there was a woman on the phone saying, "It's terrible what they've done. It's terrible that we're allowing them to sell a British institution like Cadbury's." And the radio presenter, it was Jeremy Vine, he actually said, well, are you going to join the calls for a boycott of Cadbury's chocolate. She went, oh, I won't go that far.
My sister bought me a box of 48 bars, the standard size bars of dairy milk for Christmas, and I think she thought it would be like one a day and it would last for ages, and I just opened it with a kitchen knife. I did think about putting them all out on the bed and, like, writhing around naked like an indecent proposal.
Don't do that. Never mix
They're
sex
hard.
and chocolate. Women
Really?
tend to look like morph.
Unlikely things to hear at an awards ceremony.
I'll just open the envelope. Oh, it's full of gold.
And now we're going to watch a film showing some of the people that we've lost this year, including 2 you didn't even know were dead.
And the winner of the best scientist in physics is... There's no ramp, Stephen Hawkins, it's not you.
The next category is things you wouldn't want to hear on a cruise.
Oh, yeah, we were on this last year when it sunk. Thanks for coming to the show. I've got to be honest, it's been a while since I've sung this one. Do you want to be my gang, my gang?
I'm looking for a really old husband with money. How's your heart?
The subject is obesity. Who wants to come in on that?
I'd like to start by congratulating the Scots, who've been voted the most obese nation in Europe. Well done to you. Which is ironic, really, considering that the Scottish unofficial national anthem goes, "And I would walk 500 miles."
Thank you very much. Unlikely things to hear at the Oscars.
They said they couldn't make the Sally Gunnell story. But here we are.
Because if it was the Daily Mail, it would be an exclusive and it would just be, Hamza is foreign git. Are we close?
The H does stand for Hamza.
Hamza is found guilty.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
Do you think the judge said to him, the one thing you have got is a leg to stand on?
See, I don't want to join in too much because I'm Danish and we've done enough for him.
Yeah, you have. Just having you here is
I know, it's quite dangerous.
It's a brave statement on behalf.
His real name isn't Abu Hamza, is it?
It's something Camel, isn't it?
It's Gary Glitter.
Yeah. Right, the next round is called Between the Lines and features Sandy and Hugh. Would you please make your way to the press pit, please? In this round, one of them takes on the role of a person in the news addressing the media, while the other translates what they really mean. Sandy, you are Her Majesty the Queen, reflecting on the anniversary this week of her 54th year on the throne.
My most loyal and trusted subject.
Dear Chavs.
As one approaches one's 80th birthday, one can hardly believe that one has reigned for quite so long.
As one approaches one's 80th birthdays, Prince Charles cannot believe that one has reigned for quite so long.
I've tried to be a modern monarch, in touch with all my peoples around the globe.
High five, big shout to the Commonwealth posse.
During my reign, I have had many great joys and triumphs.
Yesterday, I won a 7-horse accumulator at Hayden.
I've also watched the nation change many times for the better.
Except for the trains, they're shit.
But there have also been times of terrible loss.
But there have also been times of terrible loss.
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 I lost things.
My yacht. My private train. Zimbabwe.
Well done, Sandy and you. If this is the answer, what is the question? On the board are 6 categories related to current events. For each chosen category, I read out an answer and the players have to guess what the question might be. So, Sandy, would you like to choose a category?
World news.
OK, your category is world news.
Yeah.
The answer is butter, mascara and pumping equipment. What is the question? All right, it's to do with a protest. Let's steer this towards an answer.
It's
Protest.
a Danish thing, is it?
Yes, it is a Danish thing. You want to put that in the form of a question?
Was it not a question?
Is it the Danish thing?
Is this a Danish thing? Butter, mascara and pumping equipment? Yes.
I have to say, as a Dane, I couldn't be more surprised. The words I never thought I would hear in my entire life are the words protest outside Danish embassy. Because you just think, about what? More cream in the pastries. Do you know what's very strange is that 27 years ago when I was at university, I studied Muslim law. I was one of the first people to study Muslim law in this country. And I'm also Danish, and I have never been so popular with the newspapers. They go, where can we find a Dane who knows about Muslim law? Wait a second. Who ever thought those two things in my life would suddenly come together?
That is the weirdest Venn diagram in the world.
It is
right?
strange.
Set of all the people who are Danish, set of all the people, and then just you in the middle.
No, that's it. I'm the one.
Yes,
Yeah.
in the shaded area.
Yes.
It's just...
The Danish paper said that all they were trying to do was test extremist Muslims. You think, oh, well done, that was a fantastic idea. That goes right down with the whole kind of whether a bull can pass the whole red rag test as it's waggled in front of its face, or testing how hot a fire is by shoving your hand into it and go, oh, it is hot, I have burnt my hand, I thought I would, but it's nice to know that, it's nice to be sure. I'll check again. Still hot. Yeah, still hot. In these volatile times, ow again.
Except that's not quite... I mean, at the risk of telling the truth, that's not exactly what happened. And it did take 5 months for anybody to get upset about it. That's mainly because it has a very small circulation, this newspaper. And the actual cartoons that people got upset about were never printed in the Danish paper. So I'm a little bit defensive about it, because the ones that people actually got upset about that were shown around the Middle East are 3 cartoons that were never, ever printed in Denmark anywhere.
It's tough to explain that to a mob, isn't it, though?
It is. Oh, come on, guys, let's get our facts and figures sorted out.
You might as well send out the little Lurpak guy with the trombone going... What you don't want to hear in an NHS hospital.
There's been the most hilarious misunderstanding during your vasectomy.
Commercials that never made it to air.
Run out of loo roll? Why not use this fluffy dog?
Lines you wouldn't hear in a war film.
We've managed to crack the Germans' code. Turns out they were sending messages in German.
Why are we speaking English?
I'm afraid we can't afford goggles. So what we're going to have to do, we're all going to have to go like this.
Terribly sorry, Sergeant. It's just that when you said let's all band together and take Jerry from behind...
OK, chaps, here's the strategy for escaping from the prisoner of war camp. We sit it out till the end of the war.
I'm saving Private Ryan. Money on his car insurance.
Is anyone else embarrassed that we've all turned up in the same outfit?
There's only one way to settle this war, through the medium of dance.
Don't worry, Tommy. I'll make sure she gets it. It's chlamydia, isn't it?
You've each been selected for this mission because you're unknown to the enemy and you each have a special skill. Professor Hawking, John Leslie, Phil Neville, the Wu-Tang Clan, Usher, the Sugar Puffs Monster, and Daniel Day-Lewis. Welcome to Operation Mindfuck.
At the end of that round, the points go to Frankie, Hugh and Adam. Now we come to scenes we'd like to see. So if everyone can make their way over to the performance area, I'll read out this week's topics and then we'll see what our panelists can come up with. OK, here we go. The first subject is things you wouldn't hear on a news programme.
And the markets are as followed. £3 a loose banana there, £3 a juicy straw.
Well, he went in half an hour ago and he still hasn't come out, so I can only assume he's having a very big poo.
Sad news now. Wally has been found. His funeral's next week. No one knows where, but that's what he would have wanted.
As I stand here in this village where the water is ridden with disease and human faeces, we have to ask ourselves one question. Why did I choose to wear flip-flops?
Sorry, I just wanted to check something. I'm standing just a stone's throw from where the meeting is taking place.
With thousands dead, there looks like no end to the bloodshed. I've been Holly Walsh for the BBC, reporting from Midsummer.
Welcome to Fox News. The bastards have been through the bins again and shit on the drive.
And the Italian wing of Heinz Soup has been put into administroni.
I'm on the scene where the search continues for the beloved pantomime star. What's that? He's where?
The fighting here has been drawn out and bloody, but I have finally got my microphone back from that bastard at Sky News.
We cross live now to the King's Road, where Jose Mourinho has no trousers or pants on and is telling the pigeons it's the referee's fault.
And we've got Barry Chuckle on the scene of the crime. Barry, to you.
It's not good news. I've just been talking to the American ambassador and I said to him, surely now Osama bin Laden has gone from terrorist to martyr. He said, we say tomato.
Is there sexism at the BBC? Let's ask Sally Johnson, who's our lovely smiles and pretty cakes correspondent.
This is the first time I have reported from the Pamplona Bull Run. Fucking hell!
Unlikely things to hear on a property show.
6 months in and Mike has fallen out with the builder. There was no window there and neither of them noticed.
With violence and strong language from the very beginning, it's a place in the Sunderland.
Yes, it is north-facing, but on the plus side, it's a caravan, so you can just turn it round.
Get that fish out of here, it stinks. You should never leave a place in the sun.
We've just 1 hour while Gina's at the shops to improve her flat in Luton. We're setting it on fire and moving it to Oxford.
Well, it's another setback. This time the structure is damaged. And for the first time, I'm asking myself, will the Death Star ever be finished?
And more information on how to get together a deposit for a house can be found in our free leaflet, When Will Nana Die?
So, you bought it at auction for £100,000, but what exactly are you going to do with Middlesbrough?
Well, what we've done is we've knocked the wall between the kitchen and the lounge down, and what that's done is killed all the people who were sitting in the lounge.
The kitchen's done in a very modern style. We call it crack den.
We're looking at a well-equipped council house in Hull. Fridge, oven, washing machine. In fact, this is one of the nicest gardens we've seen.
This week on Grand Designs, my gran designs a house. It'll be shit. She's got terrible arthritis and not even a rudimentary qualification.
3 coats of varnish and a new rug, and Brucey is ready for his next show.
Welcome to the 74-hour-long obsessive-compulsive episode of How Clean Is Your House?
Knock it down, tarmac it, fuck 'em.
OK, the next topic is unlikely things to hear in a maternity ward.
Mr. Parsons, your baby looks exactly like you. But mind you, so does every other baby.
There are complications, I'm afraid, for a start. I'm not a doctor.
I definitely can see the head. You should do your flies up, Doctor.
Bad news, I'm afraid. He's ginger. Your Highness.
So, would you like to hold the little fella? Or shall I give you the baby?
Mrs. Jones, I'm going to need you to push. And then when we've got the ambulance started, we'll try and get you to hospital.
Oh, God, is that my baby? I've given birth to Andy Parsons.
I'd stay up that end and talk to your wife if I were you, Mr. Smith. It looks like Alien versus Predator down here.
And this is the ward for unwanted twins. We call it the Jed ward.
Basically, you just turn them over and slap them on the arse. These nurses' parties are great.
Nice to see you again, Mrs. Jolie. If you'd like to just move along to the next window to collect your order.
Oh, this isn't your first baby, is it?
You have a bouncing baby boy. I know that because I dropped him in the delivery room.
OK, big breath in, hold it, and pass the joint to the midwife.
If you're not in when we deliver your baby, is it OK if we leave it with a neighbour?
That's good. No, I do like it, darling. Just not in that colour.
I know you're in great pain, but we need to know your name. Right. Doctor for Mrs. Fuckoff.
OK, give it that round. Points go to great Joe and Andy. Bad ways to start a party political broadcast.
Hello.
My fellow paedophiles.
Hang on, I'll be with you in a minute.
Guten Abend!
As you'll know, the football is on the other channel.
Well, I'm sorry to say that it is mostly the blacks.
Hello, I'm John Prescott. Now, I expect you're wondering why I'm making...
I think our policies are best expressed in song.
during the next 3.5 hours...
Now, look, we all know we're not going to win.
Death to the West.
Let me tell you what the voices in my head are telling me.
OK, our next topic is things you'd never hear a French person say.
Of course, it looked hopeless, but we kept fighting.
I'd like a bottle of Burgundy and a Dairy Lee Dunker, please.
You're English. How nice to meet you.
J'aime beaucoup, Monsieur Jeremy Clarkson.
I've just bought a wonderful little holiday home in the south of Birmingham.
My favourite road? Well, that's got to be the A303. At night, in many ways, it's quicker than the M4 and you get to go past Stonehenge. If you're going London to the West Country, it's A303 for me every time. What a road. What a road.
And we throw that part of the animal away.
OK, our next topic is what the voices in Tony Blair's head are saying.
You will obey! You will obey!
Keep smiling, have Gordon killed. Keep smiling, have Gordon killed.
Cherie, will you shut the up?
Oh, look, there's Cherie. That reminds me, I must post a letter.
I like big butts and I cannot laugh.
I wonder what John Prescott looks like in hot pants.
Mustn't get a stiffy.
Damn it, got a stiffy.
Go on, lie. You got away with it last time.
Well done, everyone. All come back and sit down. Unlikely things to hear in a science programme.
1643. The cold air balloon is invented. But it doesn't really take off.
For Einstein, it was easy to choose a DJ name. He would be MC squared.
Hello, I'm Dr. Gillian McKeith, and today I'll be sifting through your poop. Why? Because I was never hugged as a child.
Now on 5, crop circles, myth or bollocks?
Next, to demonstrate chaos theory, we've locked Boris Johnson in a room with an aardvark and some magic mushrooms.
I was the man who discovered DNA. I wasn't going to call it that, but I was giving a lecture to the Royal Society, and I said, gentlemen, I believe I've discovered the genetic fingerprint of all human life. Ta-da!
I've been Richard Dawkins. Good night and God bless. Shit!
Thanks to carbon dating, this skeleton is now going out with a short-sighted geology student who likes thin people that don't talk much.
1891. Sir Alexander Graham Benn receives the first wrong number telephone call.
He realised that this equation was going to take him absolutely years. So he switched to a media studies course, which was a piece of piss.
I did have here a pie chart to demonstrate obesity.
Apart from the human, the only animal to enjoy having sex is the dolphin. I had to shag a lot of animals to find that out.
I'm a meerkat, she's not lying.
Tonight we'll be discussing molecular science. Our guests are Sir Patrick Moore, Robert Winston and Dappy off of N-Dubs.
With their tiny arms, could the T-Rex self-pleasure? Let's find out in another edition of Wanking with Dinosaurs.
At the end of that round, the points go to Russell, Holly and Andy.
OK, here we go. The first subject is lines that you'd never hear in a Bond film.
Ingenious Q. It's a bomb, but it's also a rucksack.
James, what a wonderful present. Chlamydia.
My name is Bond. Mohammed Bond.
Everything's ready for your mission, Bond. All you need to do is fill in this health and safety risk assessment.
Mr. Bond, have you ever kissed a man?
You're very good at poker, but let's see how you do on the fruit machines.
Here's your new car, Bond. A Ford Focus.
I'll have an egg roll, scrambled, not boiled.
Let me get this straight. There's an evil tyrant at the top of a mountain, surrounded totally by armed guards. Do you know, I don't fancy it.
It's not just a baseball bat, Bond. It's a baseball bat with a nail through it.
Oh, James, is it meant to be this soft?
We're getting away. We'll get after them in this pedalo.
We'd better slow down. There are speed cameras.
I hope you're not going to be one of those Russian agents whose name is just a cheap sexual pun, Miss Suck Me Off.
Next topic is TV shows that never made it to air.
The boy whose arms and arse and head fell off.
He robs from the rich and the poor. It's Robin Hoodie.
And now the magic of Britain's parks at night as Bill Oddie presents Gay Watch.
And now on BBC Two, Jack Straw's What Not to Wear.
I'm Wayne Rooney, and welcome to Grannies Do the Filthiest Things.
Welcome to Blind Date with me, Stevie Wonder.
And now BBC One, it's the Senile Dementia Show. Where do you think you are?
This week on Who Do You Think You Are, Prince Harry traces his family tree with some surprising results.
Let's leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. Well done to all of you. Points go to Frankie, Hugh and Gina. Unlikely lines from a children's book.
Mr. Stubborn wouldn't leave. He was the elected leader of the Labour Party.
I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow you, Keith Vaz.
As Noddy looked at his new friends, Rampant Rabbit and Linda the Love Egg, he realised he was in a very different kind of toy town.
And all the animals of Buttercup Farm celebrated because Percy Pig was going to the slaughterhouse and they never had to listen to that whiny little bastard again.
And the beautiful woman was cursed to sleep for 100 years. And that's your defence, is it, Mr. Cosby?
She didn't do it. Don't boo her.
I'm Paddington Bear from Peru, said Paddington. And if you show me where the toilet is, I'll poo out this condom of cocaine.
It's the absolutely horrific follow-up to Netflix and Chill. Swallows and Amazons.
And was there a happy ending? Well, the prince did love massage parlours.
I will never tell you my name. You will have to guess my name, said Rumpelstiltskin, really holding up the queue at Starbucks.
From under the bridge came the voice of the troll. Wow, women can't be Ghostbusters, send!
Every day, Jack and Jill have to walk up a hill to fetch just one pail of water. But for just £5 a month...
Oh, it wasn't a giant peach after all, thought James, as he watched the big friendly giant put on his swimming trunks.
He pushed aside the clothes, and there, at the back of the wardrobe, found a magical land of nipple clamps and lube.
There's an Indian in the cupboard. I think he's hiding from UKIP.
Oh, well, come on, I've been in this cupboard for bloody ages.
OK, the next topic is things you wouldn't hear on a quiz show.
You've already used your 50-50 to narrow down the options to A, in, or B, out. Mr. Cameron, are you sure you want to ask the audience?
Well, in that round on sexually transmitted diseases, you passed on 4.
We asked you for things that start with an E. You said, a great night out with the lads.
Welcome to Britain's only quiz about birds of prey. Fingers on buzzards, please.
Here at The Chase, we just want to reiterate that our chase is not called the Dark Destroyer for any ethnic reasons. Now, please, could you welcome our new chaser, Raj the Head Wobbler Patel.
So the final round on OAP quiz is sudden death. Boom!
Welcome to Eggheads. Well, we couldn't call it smug pricks, could we?
Welcome to Tipping Point, for people who are too thick to follow the chase.
Name, Keith Vaz. I mean, Jim. Occupation, MP. I mean, washing machine salesman.
I'm afraid we're going to have to take your first answer, so let's see if the capital of Azerbaijan is... fuck if I know.
Is that your final answer? I'll marry someone else then.
Well, at the end of this week's episode of University Challenge, the scores are Durham 170, Exeter 145. But, of course, the real winner is Ivo's dad, Hugh at home, who got 2 questions right and is going to bang on about it for the rest of the bloody week.
Well, we've given the contestants their meth and sent them to Hampton Court. Welcome to the Crystal Maze.
My chosen specialised subject, your wife. Yeah, you heard me.
I've started, so I'll finish.
Well, that was the banker, and he says he thinks you're going to accept this deal because in his box is your wife.
Well, today it's Kelly Brook and Joey Essex versus Stevens, Hawking and Fry. This is fucking pointless.
At the end of that round, the points go to rubbish and
Unlikely things to hear in a science programme.
1643. The cold air balloon is invented. But it doesn't really take off.
For Einstein, it was easy to choose a DJ name. He would be MC squared.
Hello, I'm Dr. Gillian McKeith, and today I'll be sifting through your poop. Why? Because I was never hugged as a child.
Now on 5, crop circles, myth or bollocks?
Next, to demonstrate chaos theory, we've locked Boris Johnson in a room with an aardvark and some magic mushrooms.
I was the man who discovered DNA. I wasn't going to call it that, but I was giving a lecture to the Royal Society, and I said, gentlemen, I believe I've discovered the genetic fingerprint of all human life. Ta-da!
I've been Richard Dawkins. Good night and God bless. Shit!
Thanks to carbon dating, this skeleton is now going out with a short-sighted geology student who likes thin people that don't talk much.
1891. Sir Alexander Graham Benn receives the first wrong number telephone call.
He realised that this equation was going to take him absolutely years. So he switched to a media studies course, which was a piece of piss.
Apart from the human, the only animal to enjoy having sex is the dolphin. I had to shag a lot of animals to find that out.
I'm a meerkat, she's not lying. Tonight we'll be discussing molecular science. Our guests are Sir Patrick Moore, Robert Winston and Dappy off of N-Dubs.
With their tiny arms, could the T-Rex self-pleasure? Let's find out in another edition of Wanking with Dinosaurs.
At the end of that round, the points go to Russell, Holly and Andy.
This next round is called Dating Videos. A player takes on the identity of a famous newsmaker and records a Lonely Hearts video in the style of that person. Everyone else has to try and guess who they are. Frankie, could you please make your way to the performance area, please? And we can see your dating video.
Hello. I've done quite a few of these videos now, and I think I'm getting quite good. I'm looking for a woman with long, flowing hair and golden skin, all wrapped up in a thick black cloth. Look at these hands. They can disassemble an AK-47 in the dark. Imagine what they could do to you, baby. So if you want to get in touch with me, it couldn't be simpler. Just go to the Third Butcher on Qatar High Street and present this man with a falcon. He will know exactly what this means.
Well done, Frankie, but who is it? Any guesses?
It's Osama bin Laden.
It is, of course, Osama bin Laden. Frankie, sit down. Hugh, I think you're up here. Can you take your position in the performance area, please? Let's see your dating video.
No. Please sit down. What do you do? Sorry, confused by the format. Dating video. Anybody like an organic biscuit? I'm looking for someone who'll give me unbridled passion and love. And as well as a butler, I'm looking for a mistress. A woman I can take to my little place in the country, Cornwall, or my little country, Wales, and share a romantic dinner. Just the two of us, 4 bodyguards, 14 footmen, and the press. I'm a good listener. I'm practically all ears. And I'll treat you like a princess. Probably better leave that one there. Oh, and another thing I've got to mention. I've got a Corinthian column. And I know how to use it.
Very good. Who is that?
Was it Captain Beefheart?
It was not.
Wasn't Alan Sugar, was it? Prince Charles.
It was, of course, Prince Charles. Well done, Hughes, for Prince Charles. Present. Frankie, you're up first. Please, can you take your position in the performance area? Let's see your dating video.
Hi. Would you like to see my puppies? I'm looking for someone with the soul of a child and the body of a child. I live an interesting life, kind of like a Scooby-Doo villain. I hang around an abandoned fun fair wearing a plastic face. I've got a unique look, as you can see. The look I've gone for is Liza Minnelli's Halloween costume. So hopefully you'll get in touch before my face melts under these studio lights.
Jeremy, Rory and John, any guesses?
Was it Lorraine Kelly? Was it eminent historian Eric Hobsbawm? It must be Michael Jackson.
It is, of course, Michael Jackson. Hugh is next. It's your turn to record a dating video. Let's see your lonely heart's plea.
Right. Let me tell you a little about myself. In fact, try and stop me. Even now, you're probably wanting to congratulate me on one of the most sensational suntans in modern political history. But let me tell you, this has never seen a bottle of oil. Suntan cooking or the other type which may come in barrels, which I have never seen, and I would like to make that clear. This tan is due to my numerous trips abroad, many of which I have never been on. Girls, I want you to light my fire, which should be quite easy thanks to all the oil, which I don't have, I have never had. And I will never have. Come on, ladies, I want you all, except Una King. Just don't bother.
Are you going to go for it?
George Galloway.
It is, of course, George Galloway. Rory, you're next. Grab your envelopes there. Get down there. We want to see your lonely heart, your dating video, your celebrity making a plea for love.
Bonsoir. Are you young, sexy, carefree? Neither am I! I'm 72 years old. I'm very big in Europe. My constitution isn't as strong as it was. But we could still make a perfect union. People say I'm arrogant. Why do I care? I'm just a man who cannot take no for an answer, unless I have to. But so long as 45% of you says yes, that's good enough for me!
Any guesses on this side?
It's Jacques Chirac.
It is, of course, Jacques Chirac. Frankie, you're all very, very good, but I think Frankie was my personal favourite there. Give him a winner there, Frankie, I think you're up first. If you could take your place in the performance area, please. Let us see your dating video.
Hello. I know a lot of people think I don't have good English, but I can assure you that I am for you here waiting with the lovemaking. I see us as bringing very different things to a relationship. You will bring laughter and openness, and I will bring terrible, terrible cruelty. I'm a very deep man, often as much as 20 feet underground. But for the right lady, I allow to inspect me as closely and as regularly as she likes. Find my secret weapon? Perhaps. You may have seen me recently in my pants and think that I'm well hung. Well, I soon will be.
Can't really top that, can you? Any guesses there?
Lorraine Kelly?
Saddam.
It is indeed Saddam Hussein. Very good. Well done, Frankie. Saddam. At last week's preliminary hearing, Saddam was asked if there was anything he needed before he stands trial. Yes, he said. Michael Jackson's lawyer. Rory, can you please make your way over to the performance area for your dating video? Let us see who's making a plea from the heart now.
And let me tell you a little bit about myself. How long have you got? I was held in prison for nearly 30 years before they found out the truth about me and made me president. It's like George Bush, only the other way around. I'm over 80. I look like a pint of Guinness. But wait till you see Nelson's column.
Who was it?
Nelson Mandela.
It's Nelson Mandela. Well done, Rory. Sit down, Brinza. That was Lonely Heart Nelson Mandela. Quite a catch, to quote the Pretoria Police in 1964. I think in that round, Rory was the winner, ladies and gentlemen. So, Hugh, you're up first. Please, can you take your position in the performance area? Let's see your dating video.
Hi. I've got a confession to make. I've been looking for a man for a while now, but you know how it is.
There's no way I can keep that up. I've been looking for a man for some time now, but you know how it is. There's always something wrong. Everyone I pick seems to be on the sex offenders register. I've got to go now. I'm giving a job interview to Dara's old teacher, Father Glitter. Give me a ring sometime. From next week, I'll probably be at my home number.
Any guesses who it is?
Is it Dame Margot Fontaine?
It started out as Margot Fontaine, yeah.
Ruth Kelly?
It's Ruth Kelly, all right. Well done, Ruth Kelly. You come back here. Now, Rory, can you please make your way over to the performance area? And when you're ready, please can we see your dating video?
Hello. Well, I'm Swedish, but then so is IKEA. Are you looking for a long-term relationship with lots of commitment? Nor am I. Maybe just your little summer romance till take us through the World Cup. I always have the second week free. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. You can read the rest in the papers. I work hard, I play hard, I like to try out new people in different positions. In the evening, I like to curl up with a nice Italian, and I think I could manage you as well.
Hello. I'm looking for a woman with massive tits. So that she won't be intimidated by mine. I'm looking for a lady who can share the good times and the council tax. I've taken a lot of care with my appearance. I've taken care to appear like a cartoon dog who's accidentally swallowed a pickle. I've always wanted to have sex in a car, and I've got two. So I reckon if we park them side by side and take the doors off, I could just about manage it. So get in touch if you fancy friendship or something more, by which I mean intercourse.
Would anyone like to give us a guess there?
Well, I think we think it was John Prescott.
Yeah, and we think that too.
Yeah, there you go. John Prescott. Frankie, come back here. Well done.
The next round is called Between the Lines and features Hugh and Russell. Would you make your way to the press pit, please? Russell delivers a speech in the guise of a leading figure on the world stage, while Hugh translates what they really mean. This week, Russell is David Cameron.
Of course I am. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to say that this coalition will be a partnership of equals.
White, no sugar, please, Nick.
I'm here to talk about real policies, not just popular slogans.
These aren't just policies. These are meticulously crafted, organic, deficit-cutting policy.
I'm afraid it's time for some unpleasant cuts.
There is no way I'm having another child.
The good news is we found oil just off the Falklands.
The bad news is it's drifted there from the Gulf of Mexico.
People say I'm just image, and you pulled that face, haven't you? People say I'm just image and spin, but you can see statesmanship written all over my face. It's important to stress I'm very familiar with the language and culture of young people.
What's up?
No, people say I can't relate to hoodies, but at school, I was a real tearaway.
Yes, there was that time we spooned quints into matrons' loafers.
In fact, though I'm not proud to say it, I was once a gang member.
Yes, no one messed with the Eton choristers.
I stopped doing that. Having visited America recently, I must say I've never met anyone like Barack Obama before.
Well, I have, but normally they're wearing white gloves and serving me G&T.
Bad things to say in a job interview.
When I said I was a Yale student, I studied key cutting at Mr. Minutes.
Why do we want this job? Don't tell him I have to.
No, I applaud your policy of positive discrimination, and that's why I blacked up.
Can I just check? This office is more than 50 metres from a school.
What do you mean, no experience? Being abducted by aliens isn't an experience, and I don't know what it is.
Well, yes, I would make the perfect train driver. I'm always late, and I'd break down really easily.
I think I'd make a very good diplomat. I'd like to live in Paris with all the other parasites.
What do I see myself doing in 5 years' time? Exactly the same, only on Dave.
Thank you for seeing me. I hope you don't mind if I stay sat down for a moment. I've got a little erection bubbling away.
No, emu, no, emu, no, no, no.
What can I bring to this job? How about the photocopier from my last office?
Yes, well, in spite of my lack of medical experience, I still think of gynecology as a calling.
What are my weaknesses? Fat birds.
Now we come to scenes we'd like to see. So if everyone can make their way over to the performance area, I'll read out this week's topics and then we'll see what our panelists can come up with. Okay, here we go. The first subject is commercials that never made it to air.
Mr. Muscle loves the jobs you hate, apart from blowjobs. He doesn't do blowjobs.
I used to wash with Dove, but the feathers came off and the beak was scratchy.
Pepperami. It's a bit of an animal. I'm guessing the anus.
4 hoof marks and a large pile of poo. That's the sign of the black horse.
Megabus, the only bus company endorsed by Dara O'Brien.
Lynx, for when you want to smell like a virgin.
Are your pets so wonderful that they're actually tiring you out? Have a break. Have a shit cat.
Tesco penis extensions. Because every little helps.
At Debenhams, we've kidnapped the John Lewis penguin. And if you don't shop with us, we'll kill him.
Egg collects foot shavings like a bastard.
Abby has strong teeth, boundless energy and a shiny coat. She's the best prostitute in London.
Barocca, start the day the right way with luminous piss.
There's now a free gift at the bottom of every box of Frosties. Type 2 diabetes.
Uncle Tom's rice, like Uncle Ben's, but a bit more racist.
Crack-flavoured Pringles. Once you pop, you really can't stop.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Ah, bad luck!
Our next round is called This Is the Answer, What is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. Nathan, which category would you like?
Home news, please.
OK, your category is home news. The answer is trains, toilets and celebrities. What is the question?
Is it, if you're going to make a sex tape on public transport, what 3 things do you need?
What three flavours come through when you're tasting English wine?
Is it, according to the coalition agreement, what three things do the Lib Dems have responsibility for?
Is it name three things I've left my umbrella in?
Is it three things you're probably best off not to lick clean?
Is it what is the name of Thomas the Tank Engine's no-holds-barred autobiography?
Is it what Peter Andre says when he's asked what his daily routine is?
Our trains, our toilets and our celebrities!
Is it what... Is it what...
Is it high-pitched but not Australian anymore?
Our trains, our toilets, our celebrities!
I went to a voice coach to get rid of my Australian accent and I can't help thinking she's done something wrong.
I've been over in this country for a while, so I sometimes slip into both fucking accents. Our trains give them a six-pack. I don't miss my jeans. And the arms is the celebrities are making the money for the kids.
Does anyone have another answer?
What do we do better than Morocco?
OK, can we have correct answer?
I think I've got it.
Oh, it's not the build-up to the correct answer, but go on.
Is it name three things I've puked up on at the Edinburgh Festival?
I know the answer, Dara. I'll give you the real answer, Dara.
Will you give me the real answer?
What are the three main talking points on a saga holiday?
Is it?
Is it three things that are full of shit?
On the Peter Andre thing. Shit like that. Where it makes the money for the children. That was the combination.
Is it?
No.
What three things were most complained about at the Queen's Jubilee?
If you can do that in a proper voice.
OK. But these things were most What three things were most complained about at the Queen's Jubilee?
Very good. Thank you very much, Chris. That was very...
In other news, who has David Cameron had to apologise to in the last week?
Queen.
The Queen.
Yeah,
Yes.
because he told, I think it was the ex-mayor of New York, wasn't it? And it was overheard by a journalist. He said that when the Queen heard the Scottish referendum result, she purred. Which apparently she does. Yeah. What he didn't say is that when she doesn't like something, she goes, bah!
Did she purr, or is that not just the sound that a phone makes when you hang up on somebody?
But I do like the idea of the Queen purring. I think that would make a fantastic Christmas message, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah,
She's sat there on the little armchair. She's got a little saucer of milk, a little scratching post on the other side. I'm just going, oh.
Would the Duke of Edinburgh be scratching her behind the neck? Is that what happened? Oh, sorry, I touched you.
Hello, you two. Hello.
Everyone saw that, right?
What's under the desk? Get up and show us what's under the desk,
Sarah, quickly, hover. Hover out of here right now.
I don't know.
I tell you what, that is the furthest I've ever been with a girl.
I mean, I get on one level, yes, she's like a cat. We feed her, and she treats us with a fair amount of contempt.
I'm disappointed that in the most candid revelation of what she's like on the phone, it was just a bit of a purr. That he didn't say. And I told her it's okay. Scotland have decided to stay, and she said, "Oh, get in, you fucking beauty."
The next topic is unlikely things to read on a medical label.
Use only if you're immobile or find it difficult to move. Tested on Dara O'Brien.
Anti-diarrhea medicine. In an emergency, shove the bottle up your arse.
As recommended by Michael Jackson.
Ditetramethyl chlorobenzoate for the anamial effluence of the tricordic aorta. Does exactly what it says on the tin.
Groin cream. Not suitable for people with a nut allergy.
Homeopathic tablets. Side effects, none. Main effects, none.
Embarrassed using anusol? Why not try this? Arse crack soothe.
Do not eat dairy. Otherwise, we will have nowhere to milk the cows.
Viagra. It'll give you more than 8%.
Contains placebox and made it up a lin.
Viagra. Take 15 minutes before sex. Or if single, strap in for the wank of a lifetime.
Obesity pills. Don't eat the bottle, chubby.
Keep out of reach of children. Not the tablets, you.
Store somewhere cool, like New York.
Pregnancy test. Pick up your daughter's boyfriend and shout, "Was it you?"
The end of that round, the points go to Christian Nutton. This is the answer. What is the question? On the board are 6 categories. Reese, which category would you like?
I will have politics, please.
Politics. Very hot right now, politics. The answer is 8. What is the question?
Is it, how many people does Diane Abbott think are in S Club 7?
Is it, how many bottles of champagne did Theresa May pour down the sink on Thursday?
Is it, how many days will Richard Hammond now have to spend renewing his car insurance?
He's fine. Is it, how old was I when my parents forgot to take me on holiday and I had to defend the house against some burglars?
Really? How many burglars?
And 2 of them. I had to booby-trap the whole place. And I'm not proud of this. I damn near killed them.
Is it, what would the voting age have to be for Corbyn to have won the election?
Is it how many people still think this whole Brexit thing was a good idea?
Is it the number of times Jeremy Corbyn has shouted, "Now this is strong and stable for you," whilst grabbing his cock and balls?
Feels that the sentiment is accurate, but yet somehow I just don't see him doing it.
That's a very risque joke coming from me tonight, given that I've come dressed as a brown reverend.
You are. Reverend is your look. Is it the supermodel got fired because she what?
Is it how many...
Are you booing him or society?
Is it an all supermodel audience?
No.
You don't boo that, it's just called you all fat.
He literally called you ugly. And he's not a reverend. He can't do... That's not God talking right there, right?
Beware the wrath of the chocolate vicar of Dibley.
I thought it was only my family that said that.
Is it, how many times an hour do I watch that gif of Jeremy Corbyn high-fiving a boob?
Just
Oh, I love it.
Right, the knocker, isn't it?
Imagine what he would have done if he'd won.
Is it, when I took my driving test, how many minors did I hit?
Is that even the actual correct answer is?
Yes.
Yeah.
How many days till the next election? More correctly, how many seats is Theresa May short of an overall majority?
Absolutely right. Thank you very much. Cheers. What's been banned for the first time in the G8?
Wives. They're not, no partners are allowed.
No partners, no partners, golfing resort, Ireland. It sounds more like a stag do than a summit.
Michelle Obama stayed in Dublin, I think, didn't she? And they went to Riverdance. Is that still on in Dublin?
No,
Riverdance?
actually, we must have put it on specially. Literally, I think they went, what are we going to do? Oh, don't we have some dancers still lying around, you know, in parks with their legs still moving, just looking for... We'll dance for cash, written on a time. Really?
The Obamas think that the reason that in Riverdance they only use the lower half of the body to dance with is because in Ireland all the arms have been decommissioned.
I like that. That's really good.
I think that our work is done.
A long journey. We got there at the end.
They usually have a special programme of, like, sort of visits and lectures for all the wives. And you have to feel sorry for Angela Merkel's husband, just generally.
Oh, Joe Merkel.
Sorry. Didn't Barack Obama talk to some of the kids before the G8 started? I thought that was good, because out of all the leaders, he's probably the best one. One, because he's obviously a great speaker, and also because most of the young white kids nowadays are talking like they're black. So, probably the only one who can relate.
What else did Barack Obama get that Putin wanted?
Michelle Obama.
Quite possibly, but
he got the gym.
Yeah. He got the gym, yeah.
He got the gym. There was a fight over who would get to go in the gym.
Because they wouldn't work out at the same time.
Fair enough. It's very difficult to negotiate with somebody who you've seen vigorously toweling their balls. So, what about trade? Can we talk about this later? No, now's as good a time as any.
But he lost, didn't he? Obama got it because Putin gave in because he said he was going to get his exercise by swimming in the lock.
Yes, there's a lake lock.
Yeah, very early in the morning.
It's odd that Putin wanted to swim in an icy lake, because that's normally what happens to his critics.
You know, Putin, you know, because he loves the hard man image, doesn't he? This is just a photo opportunity for him. You know exactly that when he comes out of that Northern Irish lake, he'll have a bear going, I just found this. Just a KGB guy in a suit going, can I get out yet?
What tax reforms have they agreed?
They have agreed, basically, that they should do more with tax havens, and they should be more transparent.
There's always ways around it, though, isn't there? I mean, Jimmy Carr's registered as a Channel Island.
I think he's literally registered as a Jimmy Carr. He just pays road tax.
Cameron Smith spoke to things the other day about what he wanted to clamp down on. If for some reason it sang to me that he wanted to clamp down on secretive companies in secretive locations. And there's something about
it's a perfume ad.
It is, secretive companies in secretive locations. Your armpit.
It's all this to do with avoid and evade nonsense, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can avoid tax, but you can't evade tax.
Yeah, that's right, because avoidance is legal, whereas evasion is illegal. And if you are sent to jail for evasion, you will find out what it's like to have a loophole abused.
First subject is technology. Who wants to come in that? Josh.
I don't want to brag, but I've got a new debit card, so... Yeah, I know, I've one of the old touchy downy... If you haven't got one of these, you have not lived, my friends.
Oh, my God, never did you feel so smug in your life. Well, there you go. How would you like to pay? Just have, mate. See you later. Why am I off? The future. Thing is, you get used to it. You can't go back. You're going somewhere now. Well, they haven't got the technology. Do you want to just put in your PIN number? Are you kidding me? Do you expect me to stand here for 4 seconds pushing buttons? What is this, a Victorian workhouse? No, I'm sorry, Marks and Spencers, no. I'll be getting my Percy Pigs elsewhere in future. The worst is when you think they have the touchdown technology, but they haven't. You look like you've never used a debit card before in your life. How do you like to pay? You're just going... Are you having a breakdown? I don't like it when they've got the terminal and they have to ask for your permission. Do you mind if I just... Yeah, couldn't give a shit, mate. Just... What? Yeah, just in case he goes, do you mind if I just... Yeah, £4,000 unlucky, my friend. Enjoy your Sprite. It's the opposite of the other one I don't like, which is when the waiter makes too much of not looking at your PIN number. Hey, if you'd just like to put in your PIN number. Well, I wasn't suspicious of you until now.
Thank you very much, Jack. OK, that leaves us with James. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the subject is food.
I'm trying to eat more healthily lately. I bought some ready-to-eat apricots this week. They say you are what you eat, which is true, because as soon as I bought the ready-to-eat apricots, I was ready to eat apricots. Those ready-to-eat apricots, they came in a resealable bag as well, because not everyone's as ready to eat apricots as they think they are. Maybe next time they'll buy ready-to-eat some apricots. I know shitloads about bread. There's no such thing as prawn bread. So the origin of prawn toast remains a mystery. Favourite place to eat is Pret a Manger. If you don't know Pret a Manger, it's an authentic French restaurant. So much in there, so much to manger. I love manger in there. I think my favourite thing to manger is the yoghurts. I love to manger the yoghurts. You've got granola on top, then mainly yoghurt, then like fruit compote at the bottom. It's the way they eat it in Paris. And get a spoon, you mix it all together, and then you manger it that way. If you like. Or if you like, just leave it as it is, don't mix it, and just work your way down in order. Like, start off with nothing but granola to begin with, just shoveling raw granola in your mouth, just deflecting off your teeth, then power through the yoghurt for a really long time, getting absolutely nothing out of it, then end on the tangy compote. Like, whoa, what a finale! That's how I eat yoghurt. I eat them like they're packaged. That's why I like them fruit corners. They come with that little chaser.
Thank you very much. At the end of that round, the points go to James Acaster.